Particularly if we are talking about PM leadership, I define the role as make successful products via others and build self managing teams. So that's really the specific kind of PM leadership role. Now, sometimes we kind of conflate PM and product leadership. And I suppose my view is that, especially these days, a product leader can be somebody who's kind of responsible for a product, but doesn't have to be a PM themselves or doesn't have to be exclusively managing PMs. They could be leading a team of PMs and engineers and designers. They themselves could be an engineer or a designer or some other role, right? Maybe even on the business side. Again, this is my own sort of approach to the vocabulary. Like product leader is one thing, and then PM leader is something else, and they can sometimes overlap, but can also be different. I also think it's useful to sort of think about what are the key tasks that you may be responsible for, right? And to me, I like to think about a leader who's responsible for a product or a product area. Like their main job is to create clarity. And it's to create clarity at the macro level and the micro level. And it's to create clarity on what product we need to build, to how we will build it, to how we will expand it, et cetera, et cetera. And the manner in which a leader in this capacity ends up doing that is by being somebody who leads the strategy and the vision. Now, they might not be the sole formulator of those things. Sometimes they might be, other times they might not be. But ultimately, again, it's on the leader, this product leader. It has to be something that they feel like they own. So that's one factor I think about. And sometimes, by the way, that ends up being, if it's a smaller company, it's actually the CEO, not the CPO. The ultimate product leader sometimes is the CEO, right? Especially for earlier stage startups. So we have to keep that in mind too. But some other things that I think are very essential for a person in this leadership capacity to get right is product editing. So you are not creating product proposals yourself. You are not directly working necessarily always with a specific team to build out and execute on that product, but you need to be a great editor, right? You need to be a great editor of whatever it is that the team is building and creating. Another one is just meta execution. And by that, I mean you're not actually responsible in most cases for day to day, how is this sub team executing? That's probably somebody on your team who's responsible for that. But what is the structure you have created for your team such that they can operate with the right efficiency and effectiveness, right? That structure is your responsibility again. And then PM coaching is another key aspect of the job. So that's really how I think about it. And then lastly, in terms of skills, the kinds of things I like to call out, and again, skills can be varied and it's not like there is only one type of product leader, but I generally see that consistently successful product leaders tend to spike on critical thinking, which also includes analytical thinking, strategic thinking, product sense, influence, and particularly listening, how well they listen, and cognitive empathy. Those are some skills that I also highlight that become very essential for you as a product leader if you want to be consistently successful across companies, across types of products, across domains, across stages of products.